Hi, this is Jim of Travel with Jim and Ian. This week I'm going to share with you my top 10 apps and websites for cruise and travel planning. Let's get going. Number 1, Cruise Deck Plans. I use this site on a regular basis to check out information of each cruise line fleet as well as information on each type of cabin. The site has deck plans of most cruise lines and have embedded photos and YouTube videos of both public spaces as well as rooms. As a bonus, they also pay you for each photo you send to the site so they can increase the number of photos and videos available. Number 2 is SeatGuru. A similar site for airlines is SeatGuru, which shows seating charts of most airlines. On the front page, you simply put in your airline, flight number, and date. This will bring up a line that identifies your aircraft and leads you to the seating plan for your flight. They have made an interactive seating map with the best seats in green, those to avoid in red, and cautionary warnings for some seats. When you hover over a seat, it tells you information about the seat. To the right of the seating chart are seating details for each class of service. They show pitch and or bed length and width of each seat. They also specify how many seats are available in each class of service on that particular aircraft. Number 3 is a site I use almost daily called CruiseMapper. This website not only shows the current location of any cruise ship, but shows the complete itinerary by ship. I usually just Google current location, celebrity solstice. CruiseMapper will usually show this as the first result on a Google search and also shows the coordinates of the ship. I sometimes use this later to see the exact location and sea condition for another app we'll discuss later, Windy. It will pull up a map of the location. On the left of the map, it will tell you the length of the ship, the year it was built, and the number of passengers. It also shows the next port, ETA time, current speed, as well as winds and temperature. Up next is number 4, FlightAware. This site gives invaluable information about airline flights. It tracks the location and status of flights in real time. With delayed flight, it often reports delays direct from the FAA filing site before the gate agents announce any delays or cancellations. One feature I use often is to click the Track Inbound Flight. Contrary to what many of us might believe, the aircraft isn't always a return flight of the originating aircraft. On our Sydney flight, the incoming flight varies from day to day and could be from Frankfurt, Washington, D.C., Beijing, or many other countries. It's handy to know your plane is either at the gate or in flight and will be arriving on time so your flight is not delayed. I also check the actual departure times for the past couple of weeks. This gives me a good feel of their real-time performance. While in flight, I also like to watch the flight progress, winds, and altitude. Okay, can you tell I was a pilot? Number 5, a new app I found last year, Bounce. It is a very handy app to find luggage storage places worldwide. I've used it in Amsterdam, Toronto, and Singapore so far, and planning on using it on this trip to Sydney, as we will be arriving at 8 a.m. and our Airbnb will not be available until 2 p.m. They have 2 places on SeatGuru Quay just by the cruise port. Number 6 is Airbnb. We much prefer to have apartments or home-type accommodations in lieu of hotels. This, of course, is a personal choice. It's pretty intuitive, and I've never had a bad experience. One parameter I almost always use is I select from their very best hosts, and they have a designation of superhosts. These individuals are known for providing top service and quick communication. Number 7, since we are cruising with Celebrity, we find the Celebrity app a must-have application. We use it for checking in prior to the cruise, as well as looking at the menus and activities. Once on board, we use it to keep track of our onboard account and to look at the current menus in the different restaurants. Number 8, I personally could not live without mapping programs on my iPhone when traveling. My 2 favorites are Google Maps and Apple Maps. I like Google Maps, especially with using trains and public transportation. It gives you the schedule and guides you to the closest station. It will also tell you what the cost of your ride will be. For navigation in a city, I like Apple Maps best. I hope I'm not alone in having problems with GPS-based mapping programs in dense downtown urban location. Suddenly, the arrows start spinning and shows you're walking in the wrong direction, which is due to losing the GPS signal. Apple has AI-based tools. You hold on your phone up and it identifies your location by matching buildings and landmarks, then has a big arrow that overlays real-time walk. But be careful, it will really drain your battery quickly. Next up is number 9, Windy. This is available on both Apple apps and websites. It's a great tool to see real-time weather, winds, temperature, wave heights, and various other data. To locate my exact location while at sea, I input the ship's current coordinates from either the ship's TV or from CruiseMapper. Using a slider, you can then look forward to see what the expected wave heights are, temperatures, rain conditions, and many other items that it offers off to the sidebar. Finally, number 10, XE, or exchange rate. This app is incredible when dealing with multiple currencies. I usually preload all the countries on my trip. You can rearrange the order to suit your desires. Just enter an amount in any of the currencies and it instantly converts all of them. Personally, I move the country I'm in to the top of the list and US dollars next. That way, when I'm wanting to find out what the price is, I can enter it in the country's currency and instantly see it in US dollars. I hope you enjoyed this short clip. If you enjoyed, please click subscribe so you don't miss the next chapter. I have also put all of my videos into a playlist.